Potion number 9. We've got Zambrano from Spain doing salsa. We've got the Sweethearts of Disco doing ABBA. And we have the Johnny Cash Show from Nashville. I hope I'll see you there.
Show me the money.
It's the Employment Opportunity Hour with Gene Hodge every Thursday night from 7 until 8.
So the purpose of the show is to help you out there to find something that you enjoy doing instead of the job. And at the start of the show, I normally give out a formula, which I know will guarantee you to find the type of job that you want right now.
Find out the formula to an enjoyable job with Gene Hodge's Employment Opportunity Hour every Thursday night from 7 until 8 here on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Show me the money.
Talking Sports moved to Wednesday afternoon from 2 to 4 and joining forces with Knockout Radio to become one. We will continue to talk all sports with a heavy dose of MMA and bare knuckle boxing. The longest running MMA radio show and the longest running sports radio show in Tampa Bay come together every Wednesday from 2 to 4. If you can walk the walk, then listen to us talk the talk. Sponsored by 8 Man Strong and Staff Zone.
Bobby, what's wrong with the car?
I think it's broke.
Look, that thing there is all swooped up.
We got a pair of pliers and a screwdriver. We can find out.
I think we should just start poking stuff.
All right.
Don't do that, folks. Tune into the Grease Gurus. Don't go to the emergency room. Go to the Grease Gurus and learn why your car might have stopped on the side of the road and what not to touch.
On Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Ouch, that hurt.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
It's Monday. Do you need some Monday motivation? The Shop Local for Good News team is here. I'm Karena Morrison, and we're bringing you the good news stories of our neighbors doing good in our neighborhoods.
You can find us on Facebook Live on the Shop Local for Good page, and we're looking forward to your calls.
Let's get this Shop Local for Good News conversation started, shall we? And happy New Year's Eve day, everyone. This is Karena Morrison with the Shop Local for Good News team. This is the Monday motivation version of New Year's Eve day. Want to give a shout out to our producer, Ed. Thank you for keeping me straight every Monday morning. And we want to invite you, if you're on Facebook Live, you can join us. Say hi, drop a comment, but we are on the Shop Local for Good Facebook page live. And if you're a business owner or a nonprofit leader, please drop your link in the comments on our Facebook Live so that our neighbors can touch base with you. We want to support our supporters. We got a packed show today. We are doing a little format change. So every Monday we're going to be on from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And that's the Tan Talk Radio Network. That's FM 104.3, FM 106.1, and AM 1340, 1350, and 1400. We're everywhere in Greater Tampa Bay. If you could see this map, you would we're from Sarasota all the way up, it looks like Dade City. So good morning, everybody in Greater Tampa Bay. Now we've got a shortened time span, so there's no time to dither. You like that word, dither, Lorena? Lorena is my daughter, and she's my camera person for Facebook Live. And I might bring her in on the conversation every once in a while. So let's get started, shall we? I want to go over what's going to be happening in 2019, not all in an hour, but I want to give you guys a broad outline of what we're going to be doing and hopefully motivate you to connect with our team. Shop Local for Good News is going to be launching a news crew. So if you have ever thought about being in radio and you didn't know where to start, or if you want to get active in your community and touch base with a dynamic team, feel free to email me. It's Karena at shoplocalforgoodnews.com, shoplocalforgoodnews.com. or you can send a contact us form through the shoplocalforgoodnews.com page. Or you can send a message through the Shop Local for Good page. Just shop local for good. That's what I want you to do. This show is dedicated to all of the serial volunteers in Greater Tampa Bay. You are what makes our community stronger, and we appreciate you. We want to do a few motivational announcements in our nonprofit version. The Benevolution Foundation is a nonprofit that was launched this year by the Morrison family, that would be me, and the Shop Local for Good News team. So we want to encourage you to find the Benevolution Foundation on Facebook to learn more about the mission. Basically, what the Benevolution Foundation's mission is to empower our locally focused, worthy, all volunteer managed nonprofit missions in Greater Tampa Bay. So how we motivate them and how we encourage them and how we coach them is basically by offering opportunities for them to connect with the community. And we also coach them behind the scenes on social media effectiveness, their website presence, and giving them tips on how to, treat their volunteers optimally. I like that word, optimally. It might not be a word, but I'm going to use it anyway. So we do want to be able to offer grants to these nonprofits, because oftentimes, as an all volunteer managed, locally focused nonprofit, they are pretty much basically supported by the families that started them or their close circle of friends. So we want to broaden these nonprofits' reach in the community. We want to encourage our neighbors that even $5 a month directly donated to one of these nonprofits is more empowering than you could imagine, or 5 hours a month or 1 hour a month. We can show volunteers how 10, 15 minutes a week spent on helping a locally focused nonprofit spread the word through social media or even one-on-one in your neighborhood. Taking a walk and knocking on a few neighbors' doors. It sounds like a scary thought, but when you're talking about worthy causes in the community that are helping our neighbors in need, most people are not going to slam the door in your face, and if they do, you just move on. You don't take it personally, and you never know, they might be having a slightly bad day, and then get back inside and think about it and go look up the mission that you're passionate about. And wouldn't that be a great thing? So we've got grant applications available if you are a nonprofit leader in our community and your organization is volunteer managed. Please reach out to us. That grant application is pinned. I believe it's pinned on the Benevolution Foundation's Facebook page. If it isn't, it will be by the time noon hits, because I'll get home and pin it when I get back to the house where my computer is. And and if you have a project coming up in 2019 that you would like some assistance with, please reach out to us. The Benevolution Foundation also has two active programs, because we want to reach out into the local artist community and offer them the opportunity to showcase their work at the Market Space for Good. The Market Space for Good is located in the Station Square Creative Suites in beautiful downtown Clearwater on the 600 block, which is the block that rocks, I hear. Yeah. So that is 628 Cleveland Street in Suite 11. And the Market Space for Good has plenty of wall space for gorgeous local art. And what we're asking for to showcase your work is a donation. A part of your sale would go to the Benevolution Foundation towards our grant funds program for worthy local nonprofit missions in the community. Now, if you are an artist, a local artist with art that you would like to showcase at the Market Space for Good, please contact us at shoplocalforgood.com. That's shoplocalforgood.com. And or you can email me. That's Karena, Karena at shoplocalforgood.com. Or the benevolutionfoundation.org. There's 2 email addresses. Basically, the Artists for Good program is a way for us to showcase the artists in our community that have a sincere passion to give back. Now, if you are an artist that is already connected with the local nonprofit, we definitely want to talk with you and get to know more about the mission that you already support and see if we can, help boost your support of their mission in the community. So that's our Artists for Good program. We are also launching the Business for Good program. Basically, we have a beautiful display at the Market Space for Good where we can showcase your business cards, and we ask for a monthly donation for that. So when we have visitors that come in to shop local for good, then we get to brag about you being a part of our Business for Good program and helping to support the Benevolution Foundation mission in Greater Tampa Bay. So if you're interested in our Business for Good program, once again, you can contact us through the Benevolution Foundation page or the Market Space for Good page or the Shop Local for Good page, because we're everywhere. The Benevolution Foundation is committed to expanding our outreach. In 2018, we actually helped support some projects in the community and some nonprofits. Believe we're up to 9, and there's still a day left. We were honored and blessed to help support nonprofits such as Bailey's Way Rescue Group. They are a Greater Tampa Bay animal rescue. Basically, what they do is they rescue dogs that are in shelters that aren't going to make it, or they're in shelters, kill shelters. And so they go in and they rescue them and they put them in foster homes, which I love dearly. So they don't really have a brick and mortar. They just have a bunch of fantastic volunteers who step up to take care of the animals in our community, the puppy dogs. So we want to give a shout out to Bailey's Way Rescue Group. They were also voted the People's Choice for, I'm going to talk about mac and cheese again. They were voted People's Choice of favorite local nonprofit at the annual Macaroni and Cheese Fall Festival in 2018. So the Shop Local for Good team and the Benevolution Foundation are going to be working with them this year on expanding their outreach into the community and hopefully getting them some more funds so they can help some more puppy dogs. We also want to, another one of our people that are organizations that we're going to be helping is Kids Campaign. Now, if you are a fan of the show, you've heard me talk about Christine and Melanie and her crew. They're a phenomenal group of volunteers that stepped up. They saw a need, and they saw a way to inspire everyone from the youngest to the most experienced in life on how to give back to their community. Kids Campaign has a dual purpose. The first purpose is to encourage volunteerism in our community. So basically how that works, if you see a need or if you see a way that you can creatively give back to the community with your time, what you would do is reach out to your friends and family and your neighbors and say, hey, I'm willing to volunteer some time. How about you sponsor me? And the way the sponsorship works is they donate to the Kids Campaign's second mission, which is to assist families who are living with the challenges of pediatric cancer in our community. And they help these families with things such as travel expenses if they need to go places, to even helping out with the bill if they need it. So shout out to Kids Campaign. You can find them on Facebook as well. They do amazing work, and we've known them for years. And we're honored and blessed to have them as a part of the Benevolution Foundation's grant program. So we will be working with Kids Campaign this year as well. Now, we also have some very exciting events coming up in downtown Clearwater that I would like to encourage all our neighbors to explore. We obviously, the Market Space for Good has been doing community markets since November. Excuse me for a moment. Live radio, and I've got a frog in my throat. Oh, that's better. We took a break last Saturday from our Saturday markets to give our families that help run the market a little bit of time with their family during the holiday. And we are re-kicking off. We're going to kick off 2019 on January 5th. We do have some space available for the beautiful patio of the Station Square Creative Suites. We have, the way the markets work is we have an indoor retail space where we showcase our Market Space for Good members, hashtag more than a shelf. And we showcase their products and their businesses in the community. We also have a beautiful patio that is right next to the Station Square Creative Suites. That's Suite 11. If you want to come in, we're open from Tuesday through Sunday. And you can give a shout out to, you can drop in and say hi to Lorena. She's currently managing the store or if you want to say hi to me, I'm in and out of the store in between doing some community outreach. So going back to the community markets, we're going to revamp those. Those are going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So you can get your day started on a Saturday. We are actively seeking artists and artisans and entrepreneurs who want to connect with the Clearwater community and those who choose to travel for a shopping adventure. So between the outdoor market and the indoor market, and the free parking, y'all, and our covered parking garage, that's very important. You don't need to fight the traffic at the malls. Those mall parking lots are kind of scary for me. We've got a parking garage that's connected to our patio. And so you get to park covered. Your car's not like on fire when you get back to it with all your packages from shopping local for good. So we've got you hooked up. We definitely want you to come out from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays, because that will be our community markets. Now, on the second Saturday of every month, we're going to be doing a Works and Words of Art showcase. So how that's going to work is that we're going to bring together local artists in the community to showcase their work on the patio in the evening from 4 a.m. That's not the evening, that's the morning time. From 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. So give you a Saturday night out. And we're going to have some artisans out there, hopefully providing you with some tastings of their local food products. And we've got a very enthusiastic vegan food vendor that's going to be there this Saturday. I'm really excited. I just went back to January 5th. So that's January 12th is Words and Works of Art. That will be the launch, and that's going to be every second Saturday. So mark that on your calendar. Just go through your phone or whatever, wherever you're counting. If you have a Passport for Good, You could just write the date in. Shout out to Lorena, by the way, because she got somebody interested in the Passport for Good program. Good job. And they donated $20 to the Benevolution Foundation. And now they have a personal keepsake leather personal organizer. I said personal twice. That they can fill in the dates for 2019 and get organized while they're saving a couple of $100 at local businesses. I am a fan. She is too. So, and we want to give a shout out to those businesses that invested in the Passports for Good program. Keep an eye out because we're going to have another publication coming up soon. I'm just trying to get creative with it. So if you're a business in our community that would like to be a part of the Passports for Good program, basically it's a publication of we take a leather organizer, and it's really sleek and classy. And what we do is add those plastic business card inserts into there. It's an exclusive program. So if you, for example, if you're like our friends with Edgewater in Maine, and you do interior design, and you have a boutique that offers fine linens and all kinds of gorgeous stuff for your house, then and you get into our publication, then we lock out that industry. So we provide exclusivity in our publications. So you're not like buried in one of those other kind of coupon books that have hundreds of different kinds of things, and you're not buried in noise. And then if you want to design your own business card discount, you're more than welcome to do that, or the Shop Local for Good team can design one for you. And it's just a small investment to help cover the publication. And then what we do is we offer the books for a donation towards the Benevolution Foundation Grant Fund to the visitors of the Market Space for Good. So everybody feels happy about it. Yay, especially Lorena. When you go in and visit Lorena at the Market Space for Good, and she gets to talk to you about what we're doing in the community, that just makes her day. So everybody go visit my daughter this week. We are closed on Mondays, so keep in mind that we open at 11 a.m. on Tuesday, right? Going to be working on New Year's Day. We're going to kick off the new year right at the Market Space for Good. Okay. So, and that's in downtown Clearwater, in case I haven't mentioned it. 628 Cleveland Street, Suite 11. We're open from 11 to 6 in 2019, Tuesday through Sunday. All righty then. So we've covered the every Saturday in January from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's the community market. We still have openings for local artists, artisans, authors, and entrepreneurs. AAAE. That's what we were talking about before. And then the second Saturday, second Saturday of every month is the Works and Words of Art Showcase. I'm really excited about this because our friends at Dark Horse Florida Publishing, they have some phenomenal authors and poets, and they meet weekly in Gulfport at Sumitra Lounge. That's on Wednesday nights. So we wanted to bring them up North County some, so that our neighbors in North County, could get exposure to their art and their craft. So we're really excited about working with Dark Horse Florida Publishing and all their authors. It is a local publishing company, and all their authors are local as well. So read local for good. And they're going to have live poetry readings, live short story readings, and Tom Cuba The local author is going to be there. He's got some really unique ideas that he's talking about implementing. They're top secret for now. So as soon as I get his permission, I will clue you in. So you're going to want to tune in every Monday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. to the Tan Talk Radio Network for our Monday motivation. Now, another activity that we're going to be involved with is the Third Friday Art Walk in downtown Clearwater. This is going to implement the entirety of all the art galleries on Cleveland Street every third Friday for the first part of the year. I believe it's until, well, let's just go until April. We don't need to think that far out. But I know that what we're going to be doing with the Market Space for Good is we're going to have a special event on that third Friday on the beautiful patio of the Station Square Suites. And we're looking to expand into the city park next door. So but first of all, we want to make sure that we have enough of you inspired to come out every third Friday. So that launches January 18th. If you are an artist, a local artist, and you would like to be a part of that, please connect with us because we want to showcase your work in the community. And we want you to be a part of it because we're encouraging our neighbors to come on down to Cleveland Street on the third Friday each month for the art walk and visiting the amazing art galleries that we have down there and the incredible artists. Oh, good grief. Excuse me this morning. So for example, we've got Stacy Krupa. She's in the Creative Suites and just a fantastic mentor and just the energy. I love her paintings. They're gorgeous. And so definitely drop in. You can drop in to see Stacy's paintings anytime you walk through the Market Space for Good in the Creative Suites. She's in the same Creative Suites that we are. And she's got windows. Even if she's not there, you can see her beautiful work. So we do want to give a shout out to a few of our 600 Block Rocks family. Check out the 600 Block Rocks page on Facebook. It's a fun page. And basically that includes the businesses that are on the 600 block of Cleveland. We want to give a big, huge thank you to Leif with Signworks. They did a fantastic job on our sandwich board for the Market Space for Good. And we really appreciate them for doing that because now when we open, we could put a sandwich board on the sidewalk and people know that we're there. And yeah, it works. I'm just going to tell you, it works really good. Yep. So when people walk into the Market Space, we want to know how they found us. And I'm thinking it's 3-1. Oh, I was just walking by, saw your sign, thought I'd go on an adventure, peek in. So thank you to Leif and the team at Signworks. If you have any printing needs, I want to encourage you to reach out to their team. They're extremely professional and they're local. They're a local sign company. And they do much more than signs. They do all kinds of printing too. I'm going to get with them on a few other things that I would like to implement with the Benevolution Foundation and a Market Space for Good. We also want to give a shout out to our friends at Vector Arcade. It's such a cool concept. So it's a retro. They've got pinball machines. They've got the video games that I grew up with as a kid. Galaga, y'all. They have Galaga. They got Pac-Man. I think they got Pac-Man. And then they have all kinds of craft beers and a amazing wines and they've got wines from France. And they also have teas. If you're not, if you're not into the alcoholic drinks, they have some fantastic non-alcoholic drinks for you to bring a few friends. And they've got a beautiful patio out back. You can hang out with or make some new friends. Every time I go there, I make a new friend. So we want to give a shout out to Vector Arcade. They're actually catty-cornered directly across from us on the 600 block. And they are open every day. I believe they open at 5 p.m. Some days earlier, but you can find them on Facebook. Once again, that's Vector Arcade. And we definitely want to give a shout out to our friends with Bella Bozio. They are also in the Creative Suites. She has a nail salon in the Creative Suites. And she's got her fantastic nail polish on one of the shelves of the Market Space for Good. She has her nail polishes crafted locally, and it has 5 fewer chemicals than the mass produced. You know, that formaldehyde. Why do you need formaldehyde on your nails? That's disgusting. So, and they leave that out. So if you're looking for a healthier nail polish, I want to encourage you to connect with our friends at Bella Bozio. If you are looking to do good in your neighborhood, we want to encourage you to check out the Serial Volunteer page too. So upcoming in 2019, we want to encourage you to think about joining the Shop Local for Good News team. Now, what that's going to include is we're going to give you training on how to connect with local businesses and encourage them about the potential of being on radio or encourage them to reach out to our neighbors in Greater Tampa Bay who tune in every Monday morning. And who now the businesses that we reach out to, they also give back to our community. So anyone that you're hearing about on Tan Talk Radio Network, they do have a connection to one of the local nonprofits that we've either worked with in the past or that we are currently working with. So every nonprofit, every business that you hear about on the Shop Local for Good News page is doing good in our neighborhood. Or on Shop Local for Good News Live is doing good in our neighborhood. So that's part of the Shop Local for Good mission, is figuring out creative ways to inspire our neighbors to shop locally with the small businesses who are giving back to the nonprofits that are helping our neighbors in need. So we want to encourage you to like and share from your favorite local nonprofits page on Facebook. And I want to tell you why. A lot of, well, first of all, I just paid my Facebook Boost bill. And for Shop Local for Good and the Market Space for Good. And that can add up. And what I'd prefer to do is I'm still investing in reaching out through social media because I do find it effective on a mass scale. However, I find it more effective for one-on-one people that are passionate about a cause to actually reach out to their friends and family and encourage them to check out the mission that they're passionate about. So if you're unlike me and you don't want to invest in Facebook boosts, what you can do, or if you want to invest your time, remember, you are valuable in our community. Everybody's valuable in our community. And your time is precious. Nobody could ever pay you back in time. So when you are volunteering, when you are offering your time to a worthy mission in our community, just understand that that time is priceless, and that at least the Benevolution Foundation and me personally, and all the serial volunteers that are there with you. We appreciate you. We definitely appreciate every minute that you choose to offer to a worthy cause in our community. So going back to 5 minutes, I've gone down from 10 minutes to 5 minutes a week. I can show you, I can tell you how to help a nonprofit in 5 minutes a week. And here goes. The most powerful thing that you can do is if a nonprofit is having an event, they have an event page set up. What you want to do is you want to go to that event page. First of all, let them know that you're going. That is by responding to the drop-down menu. You want to say that you're going to the event. And then you want to do 3 things. You want to share that event to your Facebook wall, your personal wall, with a message. Don't just share it outright, because the way Facebook works is there's an algorithm. And if you don't add a message to what you're sharing, if you don't add a personal note, basically there is so much, we're not going to call it noise, but there's a lot of noise on social media. So Facebook basically takes the posts that don't have anything on it and they put it down in the not so important, area. So all your friends may not get to see that. Now, if you add a note to it, and if you're really enthusiastic, and don't abuse this because it can be annoying, you can tag your friends in it too. However, once again, don't abuse the tagging because then people start ignoring you. You can tag a few friends in it in the event that you're sharing. If your friends are like me, their posts that they get tagged in need to be approved before it goes to their wall. I can also show you how to do that. It's a setting on your Facebook page that not everything that you're tagged in gets to be seen by everybody that follows you unless you approve it. That's a way to protect your friends from spam too. You don't want to spam people. It's rude. So basically you want to share the event to your personal wall. If you are a business owner and you're supporting that nonprofit, there is a way to directly add the event to your page, your upcoming events page. I'm going to caution you to be very judicious with that, because when you do add the event to your event page, everyone that follows your business actually gets that notification. So be careful when you are promoting local nonprofits. You want to get to know them personally. You want to, or go by the recommendation of somebody that you trust, because you want to protect your business in the community. And sometimes people make unfortunate decisions. So there's that. You want to share. And then if you're in any groups that have the demographic, if you don't know what a demographic is, that is that's the population that is being served by that nonprofit, or that nonprofit might resonate with, then share it in those groups. But once again, spam is bad. Do not beat people up with too many messages. Okay, so you've already RSVP'd and let your nonprofit know that they're on your radar. You've shared their event with your friends and family, and you've added a personal note about how excited you are about the event. You've maybe tagged a few friends. Now, you can tag people in 2 different ways. You can tag them on the post, or you can tag them in a comment. What I'm going to suggest that you do is tag people in a comment. It doesn't get added to their page directly, and it gives them the opportunity to share it to their page with a message of their own. The next update, or the next way that you can share, and yes, you can do all of this in under 5 minutes. I kid you not. Is you can invite friends, much like when I'm showing people on the Facebook Live how you can share with friends. What you do is you click on the share button in the event, and there's a drop down menu. And one of the options is invite friends. You select that, and there's a pop up window. We're talking about Facebook. There is a pop up window that lists all your friends, and there's an invite button right next to everybody's name. Now, mass inviting people is not suggested. Even inviting 10 of your friends, just think about it. If 10 people invited 10 of their friends in under 5 minutes, 100 people would be invited to your nonprofit's event. Now, multiply that out. 20 people invited 20 of their friends. It just gets huge. It's the power of people. That's what we want to motivate you about this year. The power of people. You don't have to be extremely wealthy. You don't have to be independently retired and hundreds of hours of time on your hands a week. You can help a nonprofit with less than $10 a month and 10 minutes a week. Actually, it could help too, because I just told you how to do it in under 5 minutes. It took me longer to explain than it will for you to do it. So, to review, your nonprofit's having a phenomenal fundraiser, by the way. I'd love it if you'd like the Benevolution Foundation page, because we've got some stuff coming up this year. It's going to be exciting. We're going to have the second annual Summerfest for Good. We're also planning on having an event with Vogue Glamour parties and events sometime in February, where we will have a door prize of a glamour bus party, because Suzanne is awesome and she donated a glamour bus party to the Benevolution Foundation. Oh, live radio and a frog in your throat just doesn't work. So thank you for everybody for the patience with me trying not to cough in your ear. So we've got the second annual Summerfest for Good that you're going to want to keep on your radar. And obviously that's going to be in the summer. And then it will be the third year for the annual Macaroni and Cheese Fall Festival. Third year that Shop Local for Good is going to be doing it. And we're working on getting a partner for that and moving it to a larger location. So it'll be bigger and better and mac and cheesier and funner. My English teacher is rolling over in her grave right now. All right. So we've got lots coming up in 2019. Now, here's what we want to do. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from all the serial volunteers. We want to get your ideas on what you find most effective in volunteering in your community. Do you like going for walks in your neighborhood? If you do, walk up to a few doors. It's really seriously not as scary as it sounds. I kid you not. My family has knocked on thousands of doors in the past 2 decades. And we were talking about nonpartisan and partisan things. It's much more fun to talk to your neighbors about nonprofits who are doing good for your neighbors in need, right? Yep. Not to discount all of the wonderful volunteers who are out there talking about partisan and nonpartisan issues in our community. I'm still very supportive of their efforts, because canvassing can be a draining job, and we appreciate all of our community activists, especially the ones that are passionate about making sure that our community is stronger for everyone involved. The Shop Local for Good news team and the Shop Local for Good team and the Benevolution Foundation, that is part of our mission. We're just handling it from a different angle. We want to engage our neighbors in doing good in their neighborhoods, because time is precious and we want to empower your time. Monday motivations are every Monday on the Tan Talk Radio Network. We also have a YouTube channel. That's if you look us up, it's Shop Local for Good on YouTube. So you could subscribe to us there. Now, last week was a Christmas Eve show, so we don't have I picked out some music for you. I hope you enjoyed it. And I want to thank Ed for putting that together for me for Christmas Eve. So everybody had the day off with their family. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. And I want to know, I want you to send us at the Shop Local for Good News team a message about what your plans are for volunteering in the community. Let's brainstorm. Let's get together. Let's put our brains together, because two brains are always better than one. And we want to also encourage you to come out to our markets, because we have some fantastic markets, some fantastic members who are going to be indoors at the retail space. So people like DJ's Homemade Salsa. Now, salsa's not just for chips. I just want to give you that little heads up. I made a chicken casserole the other day with DJ's Zesty Verde sauce, and it was fantastic. So come on in and now I'm going to warn you. Once you've tried DJ's Homemade Salsa, you're not going to be able to buy the mass-produced kind, because his is all locally sourced fruits, and it's made with love too. It's that extra love, because Donnie is a big supporter of Bailey's Way Rescue Group. He actually was competing for the foodie favorite, and he designed a gift basket for them. It was pretty fantastic. So he designed and donated a gift basket to the Bailey's Way Rescue Group for their door prize. And so we want to give a shout out to Donnie with DJ's Homemade Salsa. And I hear he's threatening on crafting a barbecue sauce. I can't wait for that.
Me too.
Yummy. Because his salsa is fantastic, y'all. He has things like burning mango and burning pineapple and his ever popular Trinidad Reaper. I still haven't tried that yet. I need to have a big glass of milk next to my mouth before I do that. But I hear that it's very spicy and it has a really good flavor. Oh, have you tried it, Lorena?
I have, just a little.
Wow, she's braver than her mother. So that's DJ's Homemade Salsa. We want to give a shout out to Gabby Lyons with It Works, because not only is she the keto coffee bar queen at all of our Saturday markets and our special events, her and her family help us manage the outdoor market. They have stepped up huge, big time, when we expanded from the indoor to the outdoor space. And Gabby's just a wonderful human being. And so if you've ever thought about getting involved or expanding your health with plant-based products, we encourage you to get together with Gabby Lyons of It Works. Lorena and I have actually been on their multivitamins, and we do their keto coffee as well. Man, that coffee's good. Now I will give you a fair warning. Anybody that's probably heard me or been around me, you're going to have to invest in a new belt or at least a whole new wardrobe of pants, because we've been on the It Works program for several months now, and it got to the point where I ran out of holes on my belt. So, but Gabby gave me her Christmas present to me was fantastic. She gave me 2 belts. So I think she got tired of me complaining, or she got tired of watching me hold up my pants while I was walking. Just kidding. Anyway, definitely want to come out to our Saturday markets. That's 628 Cleveland Street in the Station Square Creative Suites. We have an outdoor market that is available from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The indoor retail space will also be open the indoor retail space is always open the same times that our special events are open, because we want to give you as many shopping adventures as possible. And we want to support the small businesses who have invested in the entrepreneur incubator that is the Market Space for Good. The Market Space for Good is an entrepreneur incubator, much like the Benevolution Foundation is a nonprofit incubator in our community. So we do have shelf space available. We are hashtag more than a shelf. We are not a wholesale buyer, consignment, charge too much for your product kind of model. You get to price your product the way you want to price your product. We may give you feedback on why your product may or may not be selling, because we're on the front lines for you. If you're a market vendor and you need a cloning machine, if you want to do events and have your products on the shelf being represented by an enthusiastic family that is passionate about growing your business, we are the most reasonably priced membership program. And I think we're the only one like it in Tampa Bay, because Karena thinks outside the box pretty far. And we were actually launched back in July, and we are in the downtown Clearwater location after doing a pivot from another neighborhood that was not working out so well. So we learn our lessons too. And the lessons that we've learned over the years from our phenomenal team, mind you, we have a phenomenal team of small business owners that work together to encourage the success of everyone at the Market Space for Good. If you are enthusiastic about joining the team, if you are team-minded, if you are a positive individual, we are looking for positive individuals. We encourage you to contact us at the Market Space for Good. You know what I would love to suggest that you do is come out and tour the space. Come out and meet us. If you want to meet with me personally, you can reach out to us and you can email me at Karena@shoplocalforgoodnews.com. Karena@shoplocalforgoodnews.com and or Karena@shoplocalforgood.com. And I'll meet you at the Market Space to give you the tour and let you know more about what my team can offer to your business. Once again, thank you for everybody that has supported us. Shop Local for Good was launched in 2017. We want you to tune in every Monday morning to the Shop Local for Good news show. This is Monday Motivation on the Tan Talk Network with Karena Morrison. Have a wonderful and safe New Year's Eve, everyone. We love you, and we'll be back next Monday.